I'm just a guy with guitar, trying to make sense of.
Good day. Welcome to Queenie's Quintessentials. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for Queenie.
Oh, the Madame's not seeing anyone at the moment. I can show you her latest creations if you'd like.
I'm not shopping. I need to speak with Queenie. Could you ask her if she has a moment?
That depends. Did you bring anything?
Bring anything? Like what?
Madame Queenie is a respected figure in this community. In order to see her, you need to show respect. A gift, something of value. Something that proves you're here to discuss important matters.
What would that be?
I'm sure you'll find something that reflects your taste and the value you place on a potential meeting with the Madame.
I'll see you soon. No, that's clavada, a total rip-off. Way too expensive.
Oh, for God's sake. You're 10 yuan apart. You know what? I'm paying the difference. Withdraw it from my stick. Can you guys please wrap this up now?
What? How dare you?
Sorry? It's 10 yuan. That's nothing, right?
Nothing? Nothing? You understand nothing. It's not about money, it's about respect. Scheiße! Puta! You've taken my face and you stepped all over it. I have no face. Look, down there on the ground. What's that? That's my face. No, I won't lose face because of this dupa. And paying the full sticker price. What is it? 1,200 yuan? Here, take all of it. All of it!
You should come by more often.
That wasn't... what? What just happened?
I just made 800 from your little show. Nice work. Never mind. What can I help you with? I'll give you a very special price on anything you want.
It's, what was it again? Baiju? Baiju. Chinese liquor. That bottle of, Baiju.
You have excellent taste. Finest Chinese wine, most prestigious gift. Made with short grain rice from Wuchang and the rarest seeds of tear grass grown in the greenest vales of Inner Mongolia, with purified water from the ancient oasis of the Gobi Desert.
Sounds very familiar.
What's that?
Nothing. How much?
Since you helped me, I give you a very, very special price. It's normally 20,000 yuan, but I'll sell it to you for 5,000.
Generous, but still a bit steep. Can you give me even more of a special price?
What? Are you insane? Short grain rice from Wuchang, Mongolian tear grass, Gobi well water?
Point taken, but no thank you.
See anything you're interested in?
Looks like cheap liquor. A bottle of Baiju. That bottle of liquor.
Baijiu, Chinese wine. The very best you can possibly get. This one is distilled from the rarest seeds of tear grass grown on the Himalayan slopes, with purified water from the deepest wells of Kunming and organic rice grains from Guilin.
Sounds expensive.
For you, only 20,000 yuan.
20,000? That's insane. How come that woman over there is selling the exact same wine for only 5,000 yuan?
What? That no good dishonest thief. We'd agreed on a special price. She's selling a cheap counterfeit made with the lowest of low-grade synthetic rice and imported space water. But I don't want you to suffer because of her dishonesty and trickery. I will sell you this bottle for 3,000 yuan.
from 20,000 to 3,000.
A special price, only for you, only today.
Still too expensive, though.
That is my final offer. I'm already losing money on that.
I found another bottle of wine, same as yours but cheaper, 3,000 yuan.
What? Impossible! No one sells this wine for less than 15,000 yuan. It must be a different label.
Same exact label.
A forgery then. This is the bricks. There are forgeries everywhere. Not here, of course. I'm legal. Everything you see on this table is the real deal.
Sure, but it looked the same to me, and since I can't tell the difference...
Wait! I give it to you for 2. Can't believe I'm saying this. 2,000 yuan. You drive a hard bargain, lady.
This is a bottle of, baijiu. Rare seeds, clean water, hand-picked, distilled with rare rice, and the other things.
So I can see. I'm sorry, but Queenie gets a lot of bottles of cheap baijiu.
This isn't cheap, honest. It's a really great bottle of wine. I mean, look at the price tag. 30,000 yuan.
You're in the bricks. Price tags are transient. One moment, please. Yes, madame? This will suffice as a gift. Thank you. You can go across and see the madame now. Just put your gift on the table and go on through. She's waiting for you.
Thanks.
Step softly, young lady. The vibrations are throwing off my precision.
Oops. Sorry.
Tut tut. No talking either. We're closed today, but seeing as you got past my girl, I guess you have legitimate business.
Yeah. Hiya. Well, sort of.
Yes?
I'm with the Uminska campaign. Uminska, Leia. Unity?
I'm quite familiar with the Social Democrats, girl. You work with Baruti Marfane, then? He's a nice man, genuine. You can tell he believes in his work. Do you?
What?
Why are you in politics, young lady?
Zoe. Castillo. I'm, in politics because... Part of it is because I want to make a difference. That may not be the whole truth, my main motivation, or even the most honest answer, but it is true. It's embarrassing, but part of the reason is that I have time to spare, and I wanted to do something valuable with that time. I want to make a difference, and I have the time to spare, but the truth is that I don't know why I ended up working for the campaign. Part of it is because I want to make a difference. That may not be the whole truth, my main motivation. It's embarrassing, but part of the reason is that I have time to spare, and I wanted to do something valuable with that time. I want to make a difference, and I have the time to spare, but the truth is that I don't know why I ended up working for them. It's embarrassing, but part of the reason is that I have time to spare, and I wanted to do something valuable with that time. Part of it is because I want to make it. It's embarrassing, but part of the reason I had time to spare.
That's an honest answer, at least. Many great deeds have been committed because there was time to spare, although I'm certain there are more altruistic ways for you to spend your spare time. Why the Social Democrats? Why Uminska?
Kaiser Wolf, Dieter Gross, the Marxists. I wouldn't want to live in a city governed by either of them. Maybe unity isn't the perfect option, but in this case it's certainly the lesser of many evils. I've actually come to believe in a lot of the things Leia Uminska says. I've never been very political, but this seems to matter. Maybe the honest answer is that I don't know. It's the campaign I ended up working for. She's certainly better than Kaiser Wolf. Probably better than Dieter Gross and the incumbent government. And I don't see the Marxists getting their shit together anytime soon, no matter what Nella thinks. I've actually come to believe in a lot of the things Leia Uminska says. I've never been very political, but this seems to matter. Kaiser Wolf, Dieter Gross, the Marxists. I wouldn't want to live in a city governed by either of them. Maybe unity isn't the perfect option, but in this case it's certainly the lesser of many evils. I've actually come to believe in a lot of the things Leia Uminska says. I've never been very political, but this seems to matter. I believe in her.
I take it that that's why you're here. To tell me how much you believe in Leia Uminska, and to convince me to give her my full support.
It's time to bring out the big guns and tell it like it... Oh God, I'm not good at this. But honestly, why would anyone want to vote for anyone else? She seems like someone who appreciates honesty above all else. No. You know what? I'm not even going to try. I'm not Baruti. I don't have enough faith in Uminska or the party. And maybe Queenie will feel I lack conviction, and I fail, and we lose the Chinese vote and Baruti's job? Great. Fantastic. Sigh. It seems like someone who appreciates honesty above all else. Do you want Constantine Wolf to run Europolis?
I want to know what really bothers you, Señorita Castillo. What are you looking for? Be honest with yourself.
The conspiracy, the coma, the fragmented memories. I want it all to make sense, and I want to stop feeling like I'm not in charge of my future. More than meaning, maybe I'm simply after belonging somewhere. With someone. But if I'm going to be honest with myself, I want to forget not only what I can't remember, but I also want to forget what led me there. All the things I do remember. Those memories only haunt me. They haven't put me at ease. I want to forget everything and start over, unencumbered. I miss Dad. I miss me. And I don't miss who I used to be. Whiny, petulant. I'm happy to have changed, but something is still missing. But if I'm going to be honest with myself, I want to forget whatever happened to me before the coma. I want to move on.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it?
That was really inappropriate. I don't even know why I...
Not at all. Now I know who I'm speaking with. Shall we discuss politics?
Really? Yeah. All right. So, we, Leia Uminska, the Social Democrats, we're wondering if you would...
Support Uminska and the Social Democrats in the election, I know. I'm thinking about it. You see, Zoe, the most important thing for me is this community and the people who look to me for guidance and support. They trust me, and my judgment. I know that I have to take a political stand, and I know that stand will have implications and repercussions. The Blues have left me alone, never bothered me. Dieter Gross is a safe choice, the status quo. Wolf, I do not trust. I have no wish to see him or his European Dawn thugs in power. The consequences of that would be on the scary side of unknown. The Marxists are preoccupied with rhetoric, demonstrations and marches, grand speeches and even grander gestures. I don't think they'll get in my way, but they do get on my nerves. And we have your Social Democrats. They are the compromise. I usually abhor compromises. In this case, however, the extremes aren't very attractive. And so it comes down to this. Prove to me that your party cares about this community and the people in it, and you'll have my support.
How do I prove that?
The Eye's been increasingly successful at keeping undesirables off the streets. That doesn't mean they're not here still. There's a city beneath the city, populated by those who have fallen through the cracks. People with no home, no identity. Old, young, children. There's a girl, a young girl, Hannah Roth. I was in contact with her, but now she's fallen off my radar. I haven't seen her in days. I'm worried that... Help Hannah. Find her. Tell her Queenie is looking for. If you can, bring her to me. If not, just make sure she's all right. Do this for me, and we will talk politics again.
I'll do my best. But where do I start?
Nella Vilcek. She sells food...
Up top. The food court outside Seshadri Tower. I'm sorry, but yeah, I know Nella. She's a friend of mine. It's incredibly weird.
No coincidence, no story. I guess you were the right person to ask, Castle Dweller. Hannah mentioned some odd jobs she'd done for Miss Vilcek. I don't know the details. I'm guessing deliveries.
I'll start with Nella. I'll let you know when I know more. Thank you, Miss...
Queenie will do. I left my old name behind somewhere. I had no use for it anymore.
She looks ready to get back to work, and I should do the same. It's weird that she doesn't want to use her real name. She said there are so many lost people out there, so many homeless children. She looks ready to get back to work. Well, talk to you soon then.
I'm counting on it, Zoe Castillo.
I don't know. I'm not really into the whole red bear.
Are you really going to wear that? That's a success.
Excuse me.
Safe, dependable, stored.
Hey, you lost? No problem. I can give you
It's
directions
you.
to anywhere in ProFast.
Who? Me?
The superhero from my dream. You're her.
Sorry? I really don't... I'm not her, whoever she is.
Yes, you were in my dream. You told me the dream was dangerous. I didn't sleep for a whole week.
That's not possible. I haven't been in your dreams. I don't even own a dream machine.
You were there. It was you. I was so scared. I told my father, like you said. I live with him now. I haven't used a dream machine since that day. I read instead. I'm reading a lot. The book I'm reading right now is about this girl who's dreaming but doesn't know she's dreaming. I don't see Mum at all. She's always in dream time. Daddy is very worried about her. Thank you for helping me. Zoe, right? Thank you, Zoe.
How do you... I didn't... What? What the hell was that all about? I don't know her. Do I? She looked so familiar, but I haven't seen her before. I'm certain of it. Gone to restock, back soon. Odd. Nayla doesn't typically leave her cart during peak business hours. She usually restocks first thing. Gone to restock, back soon. Odd. Nayla doesn't typically leave her cart during peak business hours. She usually restocks first thing.
I'm a rootin', tootin', six-barrel shootin', map-totin' crow cowboy. Yee-haw!
It's between Wolf and Ominska, isn't it? Gross and Rebus are not even competing. You know, she gets a lot on the adder, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm voting manifesto this election.
Finished at work?
Affirmative. Where's everyone?
Following up on stories, leaving me to run the ship. Weren't you campaigning this afternoon?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Not campaigning? Bothering me?
Sure, that's what it looks like. But in reality, bye.
Don't you dare be late. I'm using my favourite apron.
You know, she gets a lot on the adder, but Rebus is straight up. I think I'm...
You look like you could need some directions, miss.
Our campaign office. It's a hole in the wall, but Baruti has made it a very presentable hole in the wall.
What's on your mind, Sissy?
Most people... I don't know much about Baruti and his life before we started working together. We've been friendly, but he knows a lot more about me than I do about him. And I am curious. I don't think I ever asked Baruti how he ended up working for Leo Uminska and the Social Democrats. 7. Konstantin Wolf is Uminska's biggest opponent, and Baruti's nemesis. I don't know what he'd do if Wolf won the election. Probably leave and head back south. 7 siblings. Impressive work. I can't even begin to relate. Makes me wish I'd had siblings growing up. Well, sounds like Baruti's been around the world and back. I'm jealous. Before the coma, I was... I don't know. I didn't care as much. I was happy staying put. And now that I want to travel more, I can't afford it. Figures. Baruti always speaks so warmly of Leo Uminska. He must be her biggest and most loyal supporter. I don't think I can ever really understand that kind of dedication, especially when it comes to politics. It's impressive. Almost humbling. I don't know much about Baruti and his life before we started working together. We've been friendly, but he knows a lot more about me than I do about him. Most people I know have an ambivalent relationship with Europolis, but Baruti seems to be very happy here. I wonder if that's just show. I should get going. There's work constant. I don't think I ever asked Baruti how he ended up. How did you end up working on the campaign?
Just a happy accident. I was working for a charity in Dresden, a support network for homeless teens. I'd only been in Europolis a couple of months. I was still learning the ropes. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. One day, Leia Uminska got in touch, asking how she could be of assistance to our charity. She'd just been elected leader of the party. We got to talking. She told me about her campaign. Of course, I was an arrogant ass. I told her everything I thought they were doing wrong. Humility wasn't in my blood back then. Afterwards, I figured, well, that's the last I'll ever hear from her. 2 weeks later, I get an offer from her campaign manager. They want me to join her team in Gdansk.
That must have been a good feeling.
I was scared, Sissy. I left Botswana because I was tired of doing things just for myself. I came to Europolis to help others, maybe do some good, for once. And now, suddenly, here I was, part of a movement to change the world. I wasn't prepared for it, but I couldn't say no. And I haven't for a single moment regretted that decision.
I don't know much. Baruti always speaks so. How well do you know Uminska?
I've known her for several years, professionally. It's not like we're friends. Although she did take me out to dinner once, to thank me for my help. She's guarded, not the warmest person in the world. I think that's where we need to improve. Help her to open up and be more human. Get voters to see the person behind the mask. I really do think she's the right person to run Europolis. And not just because the alternatives are so disturbing.
Every time I watch Konstantin Wolf speak, I get the shivers. The bad ones.
They don't call him Kaiser Konstantin for nothing. And Leia, Miss Uminska, she knows him better than most. She has to constantly stand up to him and his hooligans. She has to deal with incessant insults and slandering without sinking to his level. I don't envy her that position. She's not perfect. No one is. But she is the person in the world I respect the most, and I will follow her through thick and thin, to the very end. I owe her that.
I don't know much. Konstantin Wolf. Are you worried Wolf could win?
Of course I'm worried. He is a snake, slippery and venomous. Wolf is a populist, a nationalist, a fascist. He claims he represents the people, but he only represents himself. And, of course, the corporations that are secretly backing his campaign.
I thought Wolf was anti-corporate. That's what he says in the ads.
That man has a lot of plata. Millions being channeled into his campaign. Where do you think that's coming from? He has the support of some very powerful people. The same people he bad-mouths in his manifestos.
I don't understand.
It's a show, Sissy. The corporate syndicate knows that Dieter Gross and the Alliance have lost any shred of authority and trust. They made a mistake there, and it's hurt them. With Wolf, they have a new strategy. He pretends to distance himself from the corps in order to represent the working people. He will berate the corps, claim that he's going to clean things up, put power back into the hands of the proletariat. But the truth is, he is even more in the pocket of the syndicate than Dieter Gross and the Blues. It's a brilliant strategy, as long as they can control him.
And you don't think they can?
I think he's more dangerous than they have reckoned with. He's two-faced, manipulative. Once he's clawed his way into power, he's capable of anything. He's created a cult of personality around himself. A very calculated fictional narrative that appeals to a lot of voters unhappy with the state of Europolis. The only thing we can do is try to expose his lies. And
What?
I think I found something. I've been doing a lot of digging. Back in Botswana, I have connections high up in Bokamba Mesa. Family connections. There might be evidence of BM funneling funds into Constantine's campaign, maybe even directly into his personal account. And if that's the case, we might finally have some real dirt on Kaiser Constantine. At the very least, it would make people question his integrity and honesty. If we're lucky, maybe even enough evidence for a criminal investigation.
I hope you're being careful, Baruti.
I am. Once I have concrete evidence, I'm giving it to your man, Riza. He can do the story, expose Wolf and his lies.
I'm sure the Hand will be very interested. But Baruti, please just stay low, okay? Kaiser Constantine is evil.
He is. And this is exactly why we have to fight him. We cannot back down, Sissi. To do so would be dishonest and cowardly.
I don't know much about... What did you do before you came to Europolis?
I was a lawyer. Can you believe it? Corporate law even. Eish.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
I was good too. I managed the family's trust in Johannesburg. My older brothers run things from Francistown, Gaborone, and the City of London.
How many brothers do you have?
4. And 3 sisters. We are 8 altogether. Same father, different mothers.
You're the youngest?
Youngest boy. I have 2 younger sisters. Twins. They aren't involved in the family business. But my older sister, Lesedi, is. We don't speak. She did not approve of my change of heart.
What happened?
What can I say? I finally saw what I was doing with my life. Existing only for myself. Obsessed with money, power, status. Also, I didn't agree with some of the investments we were making. The lack of ethics. So, one day I left it all behind. My job, my family, my fiancée. I had to make a clean break. It was too easy to simply fall back into the good life. I had to learn to struggle.
You don't miss them?
Every day, Sissi. Every day. I speak to Gosego from time to time, my second oldest brother, and the twins, of course. But the rest? They were disappointed and angry. They didn't understand. Never will.
7. What do your younger sisters do?
Ah, the twins! They are wonderful, Sissi. You'd like them. They also jumped ship. Left the family business, but I don't think Father ever expected them to be a part of it. They live in Ireland now.
They're Neo-Luddites.
Anarcho-primitives.
Cool. A friend from uni went feral for a few years. She told me all about it after she reintegrated. Apparently, there's no trains and the tribal council forbids air traffic.
There's one old ferry that runs daily from Liverpool, but that's all. And there's no wire connection to Ireland. We don't get to talk often, unfortunately.
What about your other siblings?
They're all in the family business. Corporate lawyers, financiers, like Father. My oldest sister, Lesedi, is second in command. When Father retires, she takes the reins. He keeps a tight leash on everyone. And when he can't, he cuts you off.
Your mother too?
We see each other, now and then. But to Father, she was just another in a long line of baby mothers. Bought and paid for. They are separated. She shares an estate with the other ex-wives. It's an odd arrangement. But Mother knew what she was getting into. She's been well compensated. I think she's happy. In her way. Hey, what can I say? My family is crazy. Dysfunctional. It's what I wanted to escape from, Sissy. I didn't want to keep living that life. And I'm not one of them anymore.
Most people... I don't get your enthusiasm for Europolis, Baruti.
You've only been here a few months, Sissy. It takes time to understand Europolis. It has a complicated, fragmented soul. Every district is its own organism. I find Propast fascinating. More so than the other districts I've lived in. Dresden, Gdansk, even Berlin. Propast has an old soul. There's real history here. But it's also where history is being rewritten. Where the new Europe is actually happening. That's another reason why I came here for the campaign. Propast is like a barometer for Europolis as a whole. Whichever direction the wind blows in Propast, the rest often follows.
Will you stay here after the campaign is over?
I don't know what Leia and the party has planned for me, if we take office. I'm not sure my future is in politics. But I won't abandon my duty if I'm asked to serve. I'll stay in Europolis for certain, unless Wolf wins. Then, I don't know. Anything but going south. I want to keep a safe distance from father and their family business.
Sounds like Baruti. You're lucky to have traveled a lot.
I don't know if I'd say I've traveled a lot, but I have traveled. When I was part of the family business, I regularly did business across Africa, the kingdom, and the conglomerate. It made me realize how lucky I was to grow up in Botswana and South Africa. The freedom and prosperity we enjoy in the African Union, the resources, fresh air, lack of pollution. I miss that. Most of all, Africa is a paradise. And you don't think about it until you see how it is elsewhere. How people are hungry, cold, with no easy access to implants or gene therapy.
I really miss Africa. Especially when it's like this, boiling hot and humid. Does it ever get better?
Better? Never. Well, maybe for a month in spring and autumn. But winter here is bitter and wet. And in summer, it's like this every day. Not a breath of fresh air. No, you must learn to appreciate Europolis for its strengths, and not compare it with home, Sissy.
I should... See you later, Baruti.
Okay, Sissy. I'll see you later.
Shalom, can I help you find something? Always in such a hurry.
Move along. Nothing to see here.
I'm delivering as promised, no? You'll get your sweets, I'd say. A couple of days, week at most.
As long as you deliver. What do you want?
Anda, what the fuck are you doing here?
Looking for you?
What the hell for? Scheisse, no matter. I need you to not be here now, Zoe. I didn't take you for a party parasite.
Fuck this, I didn't know you'd bring friends to the party.
Hey, just... Oh, for fuck's sake. Puta dupek, what are you doing here?
I was just... You weren't at the cart, so I went looking.
You went looking? Are you spying on me, Zike?
Jesus, Ensparnella, no. I wanted to ask you about Hannah Roth.
Hannah? Hannah? What the hell for?
I need to find her.
That doesn't answer my question, and you won't find her. She's... Scheisse, just stop. Stop looking, stop asking, and stop following me. This is not something you want to get involved in. Just let it go, and go. Get out of here. You're not going to find Hannah, and you're not going to ask me about her again. Go! Get the fuck out of here!
Hannah Roth will have to wait, no matter how worried Queenie may be. Nella's in a foul mood, and I'm not about to go poking her with a sharp stick.
Watch it.
Watch it.
You're disrupting traffic. Keep walking.
Why, Harry, stop for a moment. Shalom, farewell, salam.
Mr. London ain't too happy with how you're messing about in his barrios, so's he?
Easy, cousin.
I ain't your cousin, mate. I ain't your mate, neither. Mr. London says you ain't never asked for his blessings, Colo. Mr. London, he ain't too happy about that, him. Mr. London says it's disrespectful.
Tell Mr. London that I'm not messing with anything. I'm just running a political campaign. Maybe if we could have a civil discussion about this, instead of...
Oi, Essie, you talk to me, not to Mr. London. No one talks to Mr. London. And there's no discussion to be had. We have no use for your commie comrades in Propast. In this barrio, we vote Wolf.
Oh, I see what's going on. This isn't about TEF or respect, is it? It's about Kaiser Constantine and his Fascio army. How much is he paying you, brother? Upset that Leia Uminska is not willing to stoop to his level and pay you off? You're just a cheap crook, London. Serving whichever master pays you the...
好耐之前，喺一個淺井裏邊住咗一隻青蛙。有一日，佢對東海嘅烏龜話：我覺得好快樂，我就係呢個一井之主。嗰啲蝦、蟹、蝌蚪，邊個能夠比得上我？當我出去，我就跳到井邊嘅青草上。我返嚟嗰陣時，我就將腳踩入泥土裏邊。我係幾快樂啊！你點解唔嚟井嚟睇下？烏龜想入到井裏邊，但係個井就太細，佢連腳都踩唔入去。於是烏龜問青蛙：你見過大海嗎？烏龜話：其闊何止千里，其深何止千仞。時間不曾改變佢嘅外表，雨水不曾改變佢嘅體積。海裏有好似山一樣大嘅動物，我不過係汪洋大海裏邊千千萬萬嘅動物一種微不足道嘅烏龜。最大嘅幸福就係住喺東海裏邊，佢比世界上所有嘅井加起嚟仲要大。你知道嗰隻青蛙點樣答啊？我寧願當井底之王，亦都唔願做海嘅奴僕。屌你個仆街
！And let that be a lesson to you, Kutas. This is Mr. London's barrio, and the sooner you get that through your cocoa, the less Mal you'll need to deal with.
Jesus, Baruti, are you okay?
Good. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be fine.
Do you want me to call an ambulance? The police?
No. Please don't. The bully won't do a thing except maybe throw me behind bars for disrupting the peace or some chungo excuse like that. London's most likely working with his syndicate anyway.
An ambulance, then?
I can't afford to visit the hospital. Not for this. I'm all right. Really. He was just trying to scare me.
A medbot? I don't know what to do. I'm sorry for not doing anything.
What would that have accomplished? That would have put you on his radar, and that's a place you don't want to be. I'm glad you stayed out of it. I'm not even sure you should be coming back here.
Are you mad? I'm not going to quit because of this and let the bad guys win. But are you sure I can't help?
I'm sure. But I'm not traveling anywhere tonight. I'm just going to watch Leia's stream note from the office.
You don't have to stay here by yourself, you know. I can stay with you, or you can come home and have dinner with us.
No. They won't be back tonight. And we can worry about tomorrow. I'll be all right on my own. I promise.
About Queenie and...
Also tomorrow. Let's talk tomorrow. Right now, I need to sit down with a steaming cup of hot tea and a cold bag of ice on my... you get the picture.
I understand. But, Baruti, please lock the door and ring if there's anything.
I won't argue with you there. See you on Thursday, Sissy.
Take care, Baruti.
Hey.
Ooh, smells good. What are you making?
Risotto. Come over here.